So today we're going to continue with algebra and we're going to be looking at expanding double brackets today. The examples that we're going to be looking at are only going to involve positive numbers just to get us used to the process and steps that we're going to take to expand these double brackets. So first example, we've got brackets x plus 3 and x plus 6. So we're going to follow some steps to expand these brackets, to multiply out of the brackets. And the rule we're going to use is that every term in our first bracket needs to be multiplied with each term in the second bracket. So let's take this step by step. So the first term, x, we're going to multiply it with x. Okay, so we're going to take the first term in our first bracket and we're going to multiply that by the first term in our second bracket. So x times x gives us x squared. We're then going to take the first term in our first bracket, multiply it with the last term in our second bracket. So we're essentially taking the two outside terms. So we're going to multiply them together to give us plus 6x. Then we're going to take our two inside terms. So the x has been multiplied with both of these terms. We now need to multiply the 3 by both of these terms. So the two inside terms get 3x. We're then going to take the last two that we've not touched yet to do 3 multiplied by 6 to give us plus 18. So essentially we've taken the two first terms, multiplied them together, the outside terms, the inside, and the last terms. And a little way of sort of remembering this, if you've got double brackets with two terms in each, you can follow the FOIL process. So FOIL first, outsides, insides last. So once we have multiplied out the bracket, we're then going to use our skills of collecting like terms. We've not got any other x squareds in our expression. We do have a 6x plus 3x. So if we combine them, our final answer will be x squared plus 9x plus 18. So can you make sure that you've got this example copied down and make sure you're drawing these lines following the terms and what they're being multiplied by. Okay, second example. So this time we've got y in our brackets, but we're still going to follow the same steps. So we've got y plus 5 and y plus 2. And we need to expand these brackets, so multiply out of the bracket. And again, the same rule. Every term in the first bracket must be multiplied with every term in the last bracket. So we're going to multiply our two first terms together. So y times y, first terms to give us y squared. Our two outside terms, y times 2, outside terms to give us plus 2y. We're then going to take our two inside terms, so their y has multiplied by both terms. We're now going to multiply the 5 by both terms. So 5 times y first to give us the two inside terms plus 5y. And then 5 times 2, which is our last term that we've not dealt with yet, to get plus 10. So this is our first steps, multiplying out of the bracket to get this expression, and we must always remember to collect like terms at the bottom. So we've got 2y plus 5y to give us 7y. Okay, so I would like you to pause the video here and expand and simplify the following 3 questions here. So pause the video and give these ones a go following the FOIL steps. Okay, hopefully you've unpaused now and we can go through the answers. So first one, first term x times x to give us x squared. Then outside terms x times 5 to give us plus 5x. Inside terms to give us plus 3x. And then last terms to give us plus 15. Please always make sure you're multiplying out each time, you're never adding. Okay, once we have expanded a bracket, we need to go ahead and collect like terms. So we've got 5x plus 3x to give us plus 8x plus 15. Okay, second question. We have y times y to give us y squared. outside terms y times 6 to give us plus 6y. Inside terms 4 times y to give us plus 4y. And last terms 4 times 6 to give us plus 24. Once we've got this, we need to collect like terms. So we have 6y plus 4y give us plus 10y plus 24. Okay, now the last question. X times x, so first terms, x squared. Outside terms to give us plus 8x. Inside plus 6x. And then outside to give us plus 48. So first, outside, inside, last. And then we must collect like terms. So x squared plus 14x plus 48. So if you mark those, and really well done if you got all of them correct. Okay, example 3. This time you'll see that we have a number in front of our letter term. Okay, but it's not going to stop us because we do know how to multiply these sorts of terms together. We're still going to follow the exact same steps and rules, which is every term in the first bracket must be multiplied by every term in the last bracket. So first terms multiply together. 2y times 5y gives us 10y squared. So multiplying the numbers together, remember first, and then y times y gives you y squared. Then we're going to go for our outside terms, so 2y times 3 to give us plus 6y. Then 1 times 5y, the two inside terms to give us plus 5y. And our two last terms, 1 times 3 to give us plus 3. And again, once we've got that, we're going to collect our like terms, so 6y and 5y to give us 10y squared plus 11y plus 3. Okay, so example 4. Here it looks like we only have one bracket. So we've got x plus 3 in brackets, and all of that is being squared. So what squared means essentially is that we're timesing it by itself. Okay, so x plus 3 all squared actually means x plus 3, first bracket, second bracket, x plus 3. Because when these two brackets are written side by side with nothing in between, that always means multiply. Anything in algebra, if something is written side by side with nothing in between, that means multiply. Just like if you had 2x or 2y, this means 2 times x and 2 times y. So if you've got nothing in between, that means multiply. So essentially we're multiplying these two brackets together. So if you ever see your bracket squared, you can just write it out twice and then you would just expand it as you normally would. So first terms, x times x gives us x squared. Outside terms, x times 3 to give us plus 3x. Inside terms, 3 times x to give us plus 3x. And our last terms, 3 times 3 to give us 9. And once we've got that, we just collect like terms. So 3x plus 3x to give us 6x. Okay, your turn again. Please expand and simplify the following. If you pause here, give these a go, and when you unpause, we will go through the answers. Okay, hopefully you have unpaused now and we can go through the answers. So first terms, 3x times 5x gives you 15x squared. Outside terms, 3x times 2 to give you plus 6x. Inside terms, 5 times 5x to give you plus 25x. And last terms, 5 times 2 to give you plus 10. Once you have that, go ahead and collect like terms. So we've got 6x plus 25x to give you plus 31x plus 10. Okay, and the last question, we have y plus 6 all squared. We've seen in the previous example that squared means you're timesing it by itself, but we are timesing this whole bracket by itself. So we're just going to write it out twice and then apply the Same steps as we've done before. So y times y, first terms to give us y squared, outside terms to give us 6y, inside terms to give us 6y, and last terms to give us plus 36. Once we have that, collect our like terms to give us plus 12y plus 36. So mark your work, and really well done if you've got both of them correct.